The Movember first overall pick trio is up for review today. We got Connor McDavid, Auston Matthews, and Aaron Ekblad. And spoiler alert, I loved one of them, I hated another, and I kind of felt about the third one. And it could possibly be in the order that I'm showing them right now. But to review, we're going to do it in the opposite order. We're going to start with Aaron Ekblad as a defenseman, first defenseman that I'm reviewing. And Ekblad's like a bowling ball. He's big, he's heavy, you can play with him in Florida. He has holes, they're the same color if you pick out the right bowling ball. And he has a beard. In this play, he does not gutter it. He takes a slapper, it goes in. But then you have this play. I'm also going to go in with Ekblad on the offense, and I do end up guttering it. What terrible accuracy on his shot. Holy crap. But defensively, what I like about Ekblad on the bottom right, chasing this guy down, is when left to his own accord, he makes the right plays. Here I try again to go offense with him, and I shoot right at the defender. Yeah, that's exactly what Ekblad was trying to do there, I can tell. More defensive plays from Ekblad again. Right place at the right time. I guess I just really liked his positioning. That was the highlight for him from me. This guy's skating backwards bottom mid. If he didn't get that, the guy in the bottom left probably would have been in a dangerous position to score. With this big body, Ekblad will not go down after a hit so easily. He can win a lot of puck battles like he will here in a second. But for some reason, I feel like I preferred base Ekblad to Movember Ekblad. When I had the base card in my budget squad, he played a lot better. I don't know if he's getting nervous because he's playing with better players on his team. But oh well, next is Matthews. He's going on a breakaway here, and he doesn't bury it. He gets a good slap shot here as a second opportunity. Nope, nothing. And you think that this was a one-time occurrence? Oh, you're going to be wrong. Matthews has some excellent puck control and puck handling skills, but when it comes to burying those breakaways, that's not going to happen. I think I scored like 1 out of 5, and I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. So here's another one where I'm going to do a very similar thing, do some nice moves to get by all these different people. And then I'm going to get a breakaway, and I get denied. Thankfully, I get another opportunity with him, get an easy shot in front of the net, and he's able to get that one. But I'm going to show you guys more easy opportunities that he's going to get. That wasn't him. He's going to come up here, fight for this puck. I'm going to pass to him for a one-timer on his offhand side, and he doesn't get it. It's not like shooting one-timers like that is impossible, because I've done it before. You know, he's just one of those players that just didn't work out with. Here I'm going to get an opportunity in the offensive zone. Throw Matthews a pass into the corner. I'm going to glide towards the middle and take the shot top right, and usually goes in. Not with Matthews. Set play off the face-off coming up here. Matthews is on your right. He's going to get the puck, and usually this shot goes in. Again, not with Matthews. Want to see it one more time just against a different person? Well, here you go. Except this one's not really his fault. I shoot it, nothing really happens. He loses the puck. Then we wage war for quite some time. Nothing really happens. I try to get some shots. Blah, 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 blah. He's going to get the puck. Cause him to make a dumb pass. Grossman's going to get it. I try going in with Grossman. Matthews is kind of just waiting there for the puck. Oh, it's my turn to get the puck. Great. He loses it, and he's like, oh, it's my turn to get the puck again. And easy shot, no goal. More puck control, more stick handling, more deking right here coming up. Quick windmill and then gliding over to the left. Another easy shot. Nope, nothing. The story of Auston Matthews. This play I'm going to get around everyone with Matthews, just with some simple movements. Then I do a toe drag. He loses the puck, won't get the goal. But the kid battled hard for this puck. And by the kid, I mean me. I battled hard for this puck with Matthews. Do some nifty little moves, but still do not get the goal. And then you poke it out. Nice. But let me ask you, what is Matthews good for? I'll give you a few seconds to answer this one, maybe in your head. You can shout it out loud, tell your family. The correct answer is, he's good with empty net goals. He doesn't really miss the net when he shoots, but the goalie is just able to make saves on him. Except in that case when the goalie wasn't in the net. So finally, one last chance for redemption, because that empty netter didn't really count. Matthews battling for this puck here on the top right. First I use him, then the AI uses him. And off we go, quick windmill, going straight forward, between the legs, forehand, backhand, and it finally goes in. For 5 breakaways, one of them finally went in. Now we're going to hop on over to I'm Loving It Mickey D's McDavid. Much like Gretzky, this kid knows where the puck is going to end up. He's just standing there in the defensive zone, got the puck, got this breakaway, got the goal. McDavid is just so much fun to use. He just has the perfect stats in skating and awareness where you can do whatever you want with him. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to take the puck away from him and give it to McDavid, who's going to be gliding up the right wing here. I skate into the boards, I turn and spin one way, and then I spin the other way, and then I get a pass for a D-to-D one-timer. That made me smile while I was doing it, because it was just so much fun. Also, remember Matthews off of the face-off? Well, here's McDavid off of the face-off. He turns a little unorthodox, but he still ends up getting through for the goal. McDavid also gets really motivated by his teammates fucking up. So right there, Sullivan could not bury that breakaway. He's going to come in and help out with this redirect that gets right by the goalie. Two more clips like that. I don't know who this is, but he doesn't bury it short side. McDavid gets upset. We give him the puck. All right, maybe not quite here. He's gonna get it here eventually, sometime today. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Now he gets it. Holy shit, what the hell was that? That is not what I meant to do, but I'll take it because it's a goal. David had a mind of his own on that play. Last one, I think Grossman has it in the corner here. And he's going to take a shot here. Doesn't bury that either. All right, let's call this McDavid guy one more time for the one-timer. He just knew where to go, and I like that out of my players. Finally, let's see some of that aggressive McDavid forecheck. He's going to be the guy I switch to here. Does one quick poke check, another poke check, passes it to an open man. Open man doesn't bury it. But McDavid is going to press on with some more forechecking power. Going to go for a poke check, then a hip check. Creates a takeaway. We're going to give this puck back to McDavid. He's going to pass it to the open man again for a one-timer and doesn't bury it. It certainly feels like Edmonton around here. Let's get reviewing. Keep in mind the rating of the cards that I'm using. In the future, with a few upgrades, these Movember cards may have higher overall stats. So they'll play a lot better for you. Or maybe they'll play worse because they took away some kind of stat. Regardless, McDavid can be picked up right now for $450,000, which I believe is $50,000 higher than his going price when the set was released. And while I love this card, obviously his price is very high. He's not as fast as Modano and maybe doesn't have as great of a shot as Modano, but holy crap, can you be creative with him. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for value. Basically, if you had the money, I think he's a great investment. His offense, 9 out of 10. He either did most things right, did them the way I wanted to, or he did it even better his own way. But like I said, he's slightly weaker in the speed and the shooting, and yes, I did have Speedster turned on. Defense-wise, I'm going to include forechecking as a part of defense because you do a lot of poke checking, trying to get the puck back, and as you guys saw in the defensive zone, he was in the right position to take the puck. Because of that, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for defense, his only issue being body checking, and I think at times he might lose puck battles. And that's largely due to his weight being at 190, smaller than most other NHLers. Before we continue, please do not use 91 overall McDavid as your center. He's got a face-off rating of 78, and that's less than most other centers, and he's best on the right wing because he's a lefty. Now let's talk synergies. Speedster's a sexy one on McDavid because you power that up with Team Wheel. And McDavid is one of the fastest players on the ice. I guess when I was comparing him with Modano, I kind of just meant the base stats. Maybe I'm in the wrong there just based on how I was saying it. Wicked Wrister works for him because I think without it, he might not be as great of a shooter. Tape to tape's the one that concerns me because I feel like most defensemen have tape to tape, so that's kind of like a useless synergy. But then again, you can replace one of your defensemen with tape to tape with a different synergy. So for synergies, I'm going to give him an 8 because if you're comparing him with other Movembers, you're going to have the same amount of synergies all the time. But that tape to tape one probably could have been better. New category in this case because he is a Movember. And that is your investment. When you're buying a Movember card, you are hoping that your card will get upgrades. So that means the player in real life will have to do really well. Barring injury, McDavid is a 10 out of 10 investment. He's one of the few players that I can see getting high 90 stats for his cards because he's going to get many upgrades. So that's why buying him for $450,000 right now is a steal. Because by the end of the year, he'll be worth more. The only problem is there's a lot of McDavids in the game right now. Very high supply means a low demand. So his price will probably not go up to as high as like Ovechkin and Tarasenko and Crosby. Next, we got Auston Matthews, who most likely should also not be a center unless you have his face-off master synergy turned on, or again, if he gets upgrades and they boost up his face-off stats. You can buy Mr. Matthews for $175,000, which I think is about $35,000 more than when he originally came out. I think his price at the start was hovering about $140,000. For value, he might play better for you guys, but he didn't play very well for me. As soon as I got my clips, I told him to take a hike and get off the team. And it's bizarre too, because his stats are pretty close to McDavid's. The difference between the two of their stats on the left are only about 2 or 3 points. But I just could not use Matthews. Maybe it was the Speedster and the Wicked Wrister synergy that was boosting McDavid so much better than Matthews, which of course you won't be able to use for Matthews. Or maybe it was because I had a much better team around Matthews. So if you had a team that was a little bit worse, lower overalls, Matthews might perform better. So his value is a measly 2 out of 10. I personally cannot imagine someone paying about $200,000 for this card. His offense, as you saw, was hit or miss, mostly miss. And his puck handling ability was the only thing saving this card from getting a 0. And I guess his shooting isn't terrible, it's just that I felt like he should have gotten a lot more of those scoring chances to go in more. So I'm giving this card a 4 out of 10 for offense just because he's underwhelming. Defensively, he's got good poke checking, he's got a big body for hits. He was usually in the right place, so his positioning was fine. He's got pretty good speed. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for defense. It would be better if his awareness could go up a little bit, and then just an overall increase in all of his stats by a little bit. Synergies got Dirty Dangler, Face-Off Master, and Shot Blocking. These synergies make me want to puke because he doesn't need Dirty Dangler. Face-Off Master, he sucks at face-offs right now. And Shot Blocking is the worst synergy you could possibly have with Iron Chins. So I'm giving him a 2 out of 10 for synergies. Dirty Dangler will give him a boost to play on his strength, and Face-Off Master will only work if you're also using Face-Off Master with other cards. So that one's very situational, but I would rather put the best Face-Off stat cards in center that I can find. Now, investment. I don't know if Matthews will get that many upgrades. I'm 90% confident that he's going to get a Winter Classic upgrade. While he started off hot, he's been kind of playing average as of late with under a point per game. I feel like for the younger players, it's a lot harder to play as the year goes on. So maybe he'll get another Team of the Week or Player of the Game card, but that's really it. Then finally, the Team of the Year squad, if they're doing the under like a certain age, he might be there as well. So his card at most will probably be a 91 overall. But at worst, it'll be an 89 overall. There's one more special edition type of card to think about that might come out for Matthews. It's a flash forward card, and what that special edition card does is it tries to predict the peak of a player. Or maybe it just boosts their stats up really high. And Movember Matthews would benefit from that. They could probably have him as like a 95 or a 96 overall if they did something like that, but I'm not sure if they will. So that's why this investment rating is a little bit sketchy. At worst, Movember Matthews is a 3. He will definitely get one upgrade, but from there, who knows. Last but not least, the bowling ball, who goes for $60,000 right now, which is $20,000 higher than what he started off with at $40,000. And because he got a 50% increase in price over time, that means his value is 50% less than what I had him for when I was originally reviewing him. Ekblad is a 2 out of 10 for me in terms of value. Again, I just can't see anyone spending $60,000 for this card. The way that there's so much heat on the Panthers right now, and I don't think he's playing that well right now either. This card is just not that great. Base bowling ball was fine. Movember bowling ball, not so much. Offense. The bowling ball gets a 1 out of 10 for offense. You'll gutter the ball most of the time, but occasionally you may hit that strike. Except when you're in the wrong sport, then that's a bad thing. It truly is a concern when Ekblad is trying to be offensive. Also, in case you guys were wondering, the bowling ball should not be a center and taking face-offs. You know, I said it for Matthews, I said it for McDavid. I didn't want you guys to get the wrong idea if I didn't say it for the bowling ball, so I'm saying it now. Defensively, the bowling ball does really well, but I feel like if he was a little bit faster, easier to control yourself, and had more discipline, he would be a better card. Which is why I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 for defense. He was above average, but he definitely could have been better. Except above average for $60,000 isn't really going to cut it. Especially when you can't really do anything else. No offense to you, bowling ball. Synergies. Ha! These synergies suck! Heavy hitter? Shot blocking? Oh god, you don't need those. Maybe with those two, he might be a little bit better in controlling to try to get the hits. But unless my favorite players have these synergies already, I'm not activating the synergy just for him. It's a Trap is a fine synergy, though, for him to have. So that's why he's getting a 2 out of 10 for synergies as well. Finally, we're talking about your investment. What will Ekblad have by the end of the year? I think it really depends on how the Panthers play. You're really gambling on whether or not the Panthers will make the playoffs. If they do, then I think Ekblad will get a few upgrades. But after firing their head coach recently, I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I think they're going to fall apart, and Ekblad's not going to receive that many upgrades. There's a 90% chance that he's not going to receive a Player of the Game upgrade because he's not very offensive. He needs 3 points. I don't see it happening in a game. Right now he has 10 points in over 30 games. Team of the Week wise, I forgot there's a defenseman Team of the Week kind of upgrade. But even then, I'm not quite sure that they're going to give it to him. At most, I see 2 upgrades for his future. It'll probably only be 1, but there's also a chance he'll get 0. The only thing saving this card from being a dumpster fire is the Flash Forward card. Ekblad has the potential to carry his team in the future. With all the other rookie-type cards coming out, EA might opt to go for Flash Forward cards for those. With that said, the bowling ball gets a 1 out of 10 for your investment, with a potential to be 3 out of 10 with those 2 upgrades. And then the Flash Forward card, there's that slim chance that EA will first of all have that type of card, and second of all choose Ekblad as one of the cards to have it, so you'll probably just end up winning the lottery at that point. That'll do it for my review of the Movember trio. Next week I'll be reviewing a pair of base cards, that being Hedman and McKinnon. But after that, you guys should let me know who you want reviewed, let me know what you think of these reviews, and let me know how these 3 played for you. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that I helped you in determining whether or not that you will purchase one of these cards. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys around.